of all, I'm an educational and cultural attaché at the same time. I deal with educational issues and cultural.
So the value of having a defense advisor in a country like Canada would have many advantages.
Work-wise, it is very pleasant to work in Canada. You don't have that many problems. All the facilities and everything is right at your fingertips.
It's basically a political commentator, a consultant in Canada who's been writing excellent papers for...
And I also deal with school projects wherein we provide information to students.
When I started in 1990 at the Department of Foreign Affairs in South Africa, and after various positions at head office.
I joined the department really with the mass of people who joined after the elections in 1994.
This video is about working at the High Commission in Ottawa, its challenges and its rewards. As diplomats representing a new South Africa, you are the voice and image that is seen and heard abroad. And whether your posting is Ottawa or elsewhere in the world, be prepared to learn, to work hard, and to grow. You are this new soul and spirit of a vibrant and revitalized South Africa. Welcome.
This is Canada. Compared to the area of South Africa, Canada is roughly 10 times larger. In fact, Canada is the second largest country in the world, with Russia being the largest. Canada's coastline is about 244,000 kilometers. South Africa is about 3,000. The province of Ontario, where Ottawa is situated, is similar in size to that of South Africa. To give you a better comparison of size, if one were to travel between Johannesburg and Durban in South Africa, it would be about the same distance as traveling between Montreal and Toronto. A trip from Canada's East Coast to West Coast is approximately 7,500 kilometers and covers 6 time zones and 10 provinces. In Canada, and particularly in the capital city, Ottawa, there are 4 distinct seasons: spring, summer, fall, and winter, and they largely determine the weather one can expect. Winter will be particularly challenging for you. In fact, Ottawa is known as the coldest capital city in the world. It is not uncommon for winter temperatures to plummet to minus 40 degrees Celsius. For this reason, it is strongly advised that you purchase your winter clothing when you arrive in Ottawa. Canadian winters require clothing with much more cold weather insulation than you would find in South Africa. Ottawa is a city of extremes, however, and often the summer temperatures climb to plus 35 degrees Celsius with substantial humidity. But for the most part, non-winter months are pleasant and comfortable. Although cold, winters in Ottawa offer many enjoyable outdoor activities. And skating, skiing, and tobogganing are all popular family activities. However, locals spend much of their time indoors in the winter, so you will need plenty of room to keep everyone happy and occupied. For this reason, keep in mind the importance of a large, warm basement or family room when looking for housing. These will be family gathering places during cold winter months. The extreme cold of winter creates additional costs. Winter clothing, shoes, mitts, gloves, and hats must be purchased. As well, the cost of heating the home during the winter months has to be considered. Since we are on the topic of winter, let's talk about driving. Remember, in Canada, you'll be driving on the right-hand side of the road. You will need to obtain a provincial driving license and insurance for your vehicle. Your colleagues will help you obtain the necessary documents. Winter driving will be a completely new adventure for you. Ice and snow, freezing rain, blizzards. These are all things that you may not have experienced before. Frozen windshields, snow tires, dead batteries are challenges and additional expenses that are part of winter driving. As you get settled in your new home, you might consider seeking out a winter driving course or perhaps having a friend or neighbor give you some tips. Canada has 2 official languages, English and French. Particularly in Ottawa, you will hear both languages used extensively. In fact, all federal government departments are required by law to provide services in both official languages.
Ottawa is, if one does not have a French background, it's not that much of a problem. I myself, fortunately, I speak French, but if one doesn't speak it, it's not that big of a problem.
During your Canadian posting, your health costs will be paid directly by you and then reimbursed. These would include things like doctor's visits, hospital stays, x-rays, dental care, and prescription drugs. The Canadian banking system is for the most part the same as yours in South Africa. Credit cards and debit cards are a way of life in Canada. Ontario has 2 school systems, publicly funded and private. The public system is divided into Protestant and Roman Catholic, and you may enroll your child in either one by calling the appropriate school board in your area of residence. Children can begin school as early as 4 years old in junior kindergarten. Currently, the school year begins in September and runs through to June. You will have to pay for your children's schooling and then be reimbursed from headquarters. Students in the private system wear uniforms, while those in the public system may or may not. Therefore, clothing costs must be considered in your budgeting. Childcare expenses outside of the regular school system are extra and not reimbursed. In other words, the cost of daycare is your responsibility. Email and internet are very common in Canada. You will have to get used to the concept of telecommuting in Ottawa. Many people work from home offices outside of traditional settings. The city of Kanata, adjacent to Ottawa, is known as Silicon Valley North. For this reason, you will find a vibrant computer industry in the region. If you are bringing your own computer from home, or for that matter, any electrical products, Canada operates on the 120-volt system. Also, home VCRs are NTSC. Canada and South Africa are Commonwealth countries. The head of state is Queen Elizabeth II, represented here in Canada by the Governor General. The head of government is the Prime Minister. Under the Prime Minister is the Cabinet, chosen by him from members of his own party. Parliament consists of the House of Commons and the Senate. The High Commission here in Ottawa currently has a staff of 7. Each person, for the most part, has distinct duties. But because of the smaller size of the post, employees do handle more than one portfolio.
We have only 7 transferred staff, which includes the 2 administrative people, which means that whenever somebody is absent, when the High Commissioner is not here, when one of the political staff are not here, one tends to have to help out with colleagues' work, and one basically gets to work the whole spectre of representation that we have overseas.
My job would be firstly to represent the Chief of the South African National Defence Force. And with all that being his representative implies. The aim of the office, and it's normally a reciprocal arrangement between 2 countries.
My responsibility at the High Commission is basically the communication system. That includes the diplomatic mail as well as the electronic communications. And then I also work with the passports.
I want to say that the President was highly touched by the success of the visit. He does talk about it, that it was one of his most memorable.
During your career in Ottawa, you will have the opportunity to come into contact with many people from business, political and NGO communities. Your interaction with them will be similar to your experience in South Africa. The credibility of a potential business partner and the accuracy of the information that they provide is as important to Canadians as it is for you. Men and women are equal participants in the business relationship. Your dealings with them should be professional, courteous, and without prejudice. Shaking hands, exchange of business cards, lunch meetings are all part of doing business.
The culture of doing business between in these 2 countries is almost the same, given the historical backgrounds of these 2 countries. We are the former, both countries are the former colonies of the Great Britain, and therefore we have that common culture of doing business. For example, when you go to visit a potential businessman, the first thing you do is to shake his hand once, and also at the end of the meeting, you exchange gifts. This is the same type of culture that we are having.
Your appearance in any business setting must be neat. You may find that in the high-tech community, there is often a more casual dress code. You can never go wrong, however, with a jacket and tie or business suit. In any of your business dealings, be punctual, be prepared with the necessary information, and be friendly. For the most part, Canadians enjoy some casual small talk prior to the start of a business discussion. Just take your lead from the person you are seeing, and if you can't think of anything to start the conversation with, talk about the weather. It's usually on everyone's mind. In September of 1998, Ottawa was honored to welcome President Mandela. This was his first visit to Canada as head of state for South Africa. The occasion put special demands on the High Commission staff.
Well, the state visit by President Mandela to Canada, September 98, was really the highlight of one's posting to Ottawa, and I think a highlight of many other people who served in countries which he visited or is still going to visit. My role was really to compile among others.
From organizing itineraries and press conferences to being present at important signings, the role of the commission staff was extremely important. Your trip to Ottawa will hopefully soon begin. This may be your first posting to a foreign mission. Be prepared for exciting experiences and new challenges. Learn from your colleagues. Deal with people openly and honestly. Take great pride in who you are and what you have chosen to do.
I know it's not an easy thing to leave your country, to come to a foreign country, but I'll advise them to look forward to challenges. They must know that they are coming to a new life and they must look forward to whatever challenges they are going to meet in their new country. And I want to advise them that they are coming here to learn a lot. It's a challenging life, but they are going to learn a lot. And we need people who are really looking forward, to come and serve South Africa, to promote South Africa.
Now, for anybody coming to replace me or anybody else here, I would suggest to you, relax, take it easy, and enjoy the challenges that you will face here in Canada. It's a nice country to work in. You have beautiful people working with you, and just enjoy. It is not as hard as people will tell you back home.
You are goodwill ambassadors for a renewed South Africa, and you represent the new soul of South Africa.
You have now seen a little of what we do here in the High Commission. You have experienced some of the realities of living and working in Ottawa. As you prepare to leave for your posting, remember that South Africa is taking a new place in the world. Recently, we have been looked upon as somewhat of the flavor of the month, so to speak. But that will change. As we strive to remain popular in the world and maintain a strong diplomatic presence, we will depend on people like you to represent South Africa and carry her message forward. Good luck and Godspeed.